Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to update you guys on my debt numbers. If you guys have been watching my channel or are familiar with it, then you guys know that I do a debt snowball spread in my budget planner, which if you guys still don't know which one this is, I have the Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. And I am going to be using stickers from my shop, which is actually currently closed at the moment. I'm still trying to catch up on orders instead of just taking more and more. So like I always mention, I'm really thankful to everybody who supports me even in these times, and it's because of all of you that I can make extra debt payments towards my now student loans, which is the debt that I'm now tackling. If you guys are familiar with my debt-free journey, I already did pay off all of my credit cards. When was the last payment that I made? I think that was in January. So in January, I paid off my last credit card, which was my PayPal credit. And since then, I moved on to my student loans. As you guys know, as of now, all of the student loans are at a 0% interest. So I definitely was going back and forth if I was going to put more money than I initially had planned for the past month. Let me actually show you guys my last month debt snowball and debt payoff plan spread, just so you guys get an idea of how the spread will look like towards the end. So this is typically how I like to set up my spread. I'll go ahead and put my debts up top with my debt snowball kit. And then at the bottom, I like to make a debt payoff plan section where it is that I kind of set goal amounts per month as to how much I want to put extra towards my debt. And that's really been helping me out. I think that it's definitely nice to not only know which debts you have and kind of know how much APR you have so that then you can choose which method you'll be going with. I have gone between the debt avalanche as well as the debt snowball method, but for me I just decided to stick with the debt snowball method like I've mentioned before, because I like to get that instant gratification of paying off a debt sooner than if I would be doing the debt avalanche method. So that's how this spread is going to look. So let me actually get started with setting this up. So like I mentioned, I was debating whether I wanted to put more money towards that than I had previously had a goal for, but I ended up, well, you guys will see in a second, I ended up deciding on not stopping the debt payments that I'll be making, but rather also focus on saving money, because I feel like all of my debt-free journey, I have been very about paying off all of my debt and putting most of my extra income towards that, which I mean, it's great and all, and of course I would encourage you to pay off your debt too, but I think that saving is also a very important part in everybody's life, and especially with times like these, it makes you think about if maybe you should have prepared a little bit better by having savings and so on and so forth. Now, I've heard all about, having 3 to 6 month worth of expenses. I mean, this video is not all about that, so I'm not going to go into detail of that, but I definitely think you should have money saved. And that's kind of what I've been doing. Aside from wanting to save money for my emergency fund, I also have been wanting, as you guys know, to move out just because of my shop and how big it's growing. I just don't think that I can keep doing it from my really tiny bedroom for that much longer. But of course, with the whole virus going on right now, things have definitely been pushed back. But I think as of now, I definitely want to focus on both paying off my debt at a relatively smaller rate than I've been paying it, so that I can also save money. So let me go ahead and start with the debts that I have, which of course are only, like I mentioned, student loans as of now. Well, not as of now, because I don't plan on going back to credit cards, but for the balance, I'm just going to make a little arrow because I have 6 different loans into this loan payment. So let me put loans right here. The APR, I'm going to put a dash. Although all of my APRs for my loans as of this month were 0%, which I think it's great. I'm so happy about that. The minimum payment that I pay for all the 6 different loans that I have is a total of $130.77 a month. And then I'll put a dash here. Like I've mentioned, I've been doing the debt snowball method, which means that I am tackling the debt with the least amount. I've grouped my loans from the lowest to highest for quite some time now, so these are all kind of in order already. So let me actually write down loan A, loan B, loan C, loan D, loan E, and last but not least, loan F. So I have 6 loans, and I think since we're already here, I'm just gonna lay down my totals, little header, and I might as well just make my lines as well. So let's see. Okay. Okay, so I have my lines all done there. And so the balance for my loan A, which is the one that I'm looking into pay off, is actually $0. I'm really happy to say this to you guys, but I was able to pay off my very first student loan, which I think is super exciting. And I think even though it is happening during this whole situation that we're going through, that makes me even more motivated about paying off my debt, even in these times. So definitely happy about paying off that loan. Oops, I just dropped my pen. So like I mentioned, I can actually put that right now. All of the APRs for my loans are 0%, which is again such a great time, I think, right now to pay off loans if it is that you guys have extra money to put towards them. Okay, that is so weird to see. I've never seen my APRs at 0, so just seeing that is weird. But I mean, we're living in a weird time right now, so everything just doesn't make sense. Okay, so that is that. And so for the minimum, I'm actually going to draw an arrow because the minimum is for all 6 of my student loans. So let's draw a little arrow there. And then the additional payment that I made towards loan A to pay that loan off was $676 with 99 cents. Have to be really specific because that was the amount that I had left over to pay off. And now for the rest of my debts, I will actually just draw dashes for the additional payments of the rest of them because the debt snowball method entitles you focusing on just one debt rather than putting money on all of your different debts. So for loan B, I owe $2,370 with 47 cents. Loan C, I owe $2,489 with 73 cents. Loan D, I owe $3,408 with 56 cents. Loan E, I owe $3,408 with 59 cents. And for loan F, I owe a whopping $5,274 with 47 cents. So I am just going to go ahead and add that up for you guys. I am just going to add these because there's not much to add here. So the total minimum payment was once again $130.77, and the total additional payments was $676 with 99 cents. And now let me go ahead and add up all of my debts. 89.73, 3408.56, 3408.59, and 47. So in total, I still owe $16,951 with 82 cents, which, although this is still a big amount, at least for me, I feel so happy that I've brought it down to at least the 16,000. I know when I started with my student loans, I had 18,000. So that, even though we're still, pretty close to 17,000, that still really motivates me. And I love having a visual of this in my budget planner. Like I've mentioned before, I'm a very visual person and I love to see the numbers and kind of seeing it go down month to month. So that is my debt snowball spread. And now let's go ahead and do my debt payoff plan. So I'm just going to take the other washi strip that I have here, and I've made these debt payoff plan scripts, which I also do offer in a budgeting script sheet in my shop. So I did match this one to the purple color in April. Okay, perfect. That's a little better. So for the bottom little page flags that I use to go along with the Erin Condren colors, I'm going to be using the Erin Condren 2020 mini calendar sticker pack. I like to use the flags, like I mentioned, just to kind of correlate with the colors. Now for this month, which I'm only going to be setting goals for 2 months, which are April and May. The reason I like to do this is in the beginning of the year, I like to plan out for the first 6 months, and so that would be up to May. I think I want to say it's June when I start looking into the last 6 months of the year. And the reason I like to do this is because I don't like to look that far in advance, just so that I can be realistic as to the goals that I can reach. Because I feel like if I'm thinking about December all the way in January, I'm not going to have a very realistic goal as to my situation, because like I mentioned, things can change. And although I am very lucky enough to still have a job, which as you guys know is my sticker shop and YouTube, I know there's a lot of people who are not lucky enough to be certain as to their income as of right now. So just want you guys to keep that in mind and set realistic goals for yourself as to what extra amounts you can put towards your debt. So I'm going to put April here. And for April, I am just going to put the extra debt payment that I made, which was, once again, $676.99. I know that's probably not the biggest amount that I could have put this month, but I just wanted to be safe, and I think me already just seeing how I've paid this off makes me feel so good, and I love that instant gratification like I mentioned. So then down here, I'm going to put that amount went towards paying off loan A. And then for May, I'm going to take this flag. I'll just go ahead and put it right here. That's a little crooked, but that's okay. And then for May, I believe last month, I set a goal. I set a goal of $600 to put towards debt, and that would just go to loan B. So I'm still going to now, focus on paying off loan B, but instead of those $600 that I had a goal for last month, I'm going to put $800. And how I came up with this number was that I looked at the amount that I have left over to pay off loan B, and I thought that maybe if I paid off $800 in the next 3 months, I could pay that off within that time, which I think it's very doable for me. So I will put right here that those $800 are going to go towards loan B. And that's all that I'm going to plan out for this month. And with that being said, that is pretty much all that I have for my debt snowball as well as debt payoff plan setup spread for the month of April. I am really happy as to how much progress I have made even in these times. I once again want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, for watching the ads, for buying stickers from my shop. I can't stress this enough. You guys give me so much support, and I definitely appreciate all of it. So thank you so much for everything. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. And hopefully I will get to see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.